Welcome to the deep dive, where we sift through a mountain of sources and try to pull out the nuggets, the most interesting and important information for you. And here's a fun fact. This entire deep dive was research and is being generated entirely by AI, just like some of the news we're about to discuss.
Whoa, meta.
It is kind of meta, isn't it? So today we're diving into the top AI news from February 3rd, 2025. Get ready for some pretty wild stuff, from the future of physics to a Grammy win powered by AI.
It really is amazing to see how much AI is impacting our world already. It seems like every day there's a new breakthrough.
Okay, well, let's jump right in with a story that's truly mind-blowing. The new CEO of CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, the home of the Large Hadron Collider, well, he's predicting that AI will revolutionize our understanding of physics.
It's not that AI will replace physicists or anything, but it's more like it's giving them a superpower. The Large Hadron Collider generates an unbelievable amount of data, way too much for humans to analyze on their own. But AI can sift through that data with incredible speed and precision, finding patterns and anomalies that humans might miss.
So it's like giving physicists a new set of eyes, almost.
Exactly. And the CEO of CERN was talking about how AI could help us observe the formation of two Higgs bosons simultaneously.
Okay, now for those of us who aren't particle physicists, what's the big deal about seeing two Higgs bosons?
Well, the Higgs boson is sometimes called the God particle because it's what gives mass to all other particles. So to be able to see two of them forming at the same time would be a major breakthrough. It could help us understand the fundamental forces that govern the universe and maybe even how the universe will ultimately end.
Wow, that's some seriously heavy stuff.
It is. And it's not just the big theoretical stuff. AI is also speeding up research in more practical ways. One researcher at CERN said AI has accelerated their research by at least 20 years.
20 years. That's incredible. Think about all the discoveries that might have taken decades longer without AI. It really is changing the game.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, so let's move on from the mysteries of the universe to something a little more down-to-earth: copyright law. The U.S. Copyright Office has issued new guidelines on AI and copyright, and it turns out human authorship is still key.
That's a really important development because there's been a lot of debate about who owns the rights to AI-generated content.
Right, and the Copyright Office has made it clear that AI outputs are only copyrightable if a human author has made significant creative contributions to the work.
So it's not enough to just type a prompt into an AI and let it do its thing. Your notes, your edits, your choices, those are what make the work eligible for copyright protection.
Exactly. The Copyright Office is saying that AI is a tool, and like any tool, it's the human using it who ultimately determines the creative output.
It makes you think about the nature of creativity and authorship in the age of AI. Where do we draw the line between human and machine contributions? It's a question that will probably keep coming up.
Definitely. Okay, let's switch gears again. We've got some interesting research from MIT that challenges the assumption that human AI teams are always the best solution.
I would think that combining human intelligence with the power of AI would create an unbeatable team.
Yeah.
But this research suggests it's not always that simple.
So for certain decision-making tasks like detecting fake reviews or diagnosing medical issues, AI alone actually performed better than teams of humans and AI. It was faster and more accurate.
Wow, really? That's surprising.
Yeah, but hold on, because the research also found that for creative tasks, the magic really happens when humans and AI work together. So things like summarizing social media posts, generating creative content, or even just answering chat queries, human AI teams outperformed either working alone.
So it's not about AI versus humans. It's about finding the right balance, understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each, and using them strategically.
Precisely. Okay, now let's talk about OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT. They've just released a new AI agent called Deep Research, and it sounds like something out of a researcher's dream.
Oh yeah, I read about this. What can it do?
Well, imagine having a research assistant that can generate in-depth reports with citations in minutes. That's deep research. It can browse through your uploaded files, plot graphs, embed images, and cite sources. It's like having a superpowered research assistant at your fingertips.
Wow, that sounds almost too good to be true. Are there any downsides?
Well, OpenAI admits that it can still make mistakes. Sometimes it might present information that sounds plausible but isn't actually true. It's kind of like the AI is hallucinating facts.
So even with these super advanced tools, critical thinking and fact-checking are still crucial.
Absolutely. AI can be an incredible tool, but it's not a replacement for human judgment. Okay, so let's move on to a story that shows how AI is blurring the lines between technology and art. A Beatles song restored using AI to bring back John Lennon's vocals just won a Grammy.
Oh yeah, I heard about that now and then, right? It's amazing to think that AI can be used to revive and complete unfinished works, even collaborating with artists who are no longer with us. It's like bringing a piece of musical history back to life.
And it's thought to be the first AI-assisted song to win a Grammy, which is pretty groundbreaking.
It really makes you think about the future of music and AI's role in art. Where do we draw the line? What does it mean for creativity and authenticity?
It's a debate that's going to continue for sure, but it's clear that AI is opening up new possibilities in the world of music and art. Okay, now for a story that might hit a little closer to home for some listeners, the CEO of Klarna, a major financial technology company, has issued a warning about AI's potential to replace human workers.
Yeah, this was a big story. Sebastian Siemiatkowski, the CEO of Klarna, said that AI is now capable of performing almost all tasks previously done by humans. And he's not just talking about it. Klarna has actually stopped hiring new staff because of AI.
He even suggested that his own job could be on the line one day. That's a pretty bold statement from a CEO.
It is. It really highlights the growing concern about the potential for AI to disrupt the workforce. While AI can certainly increase efficiency and productivity, we need to think about the consequences for employment and societal equity.
Absolutely. It's a complex issue with no easy answers, but it's a conversation we need to be having as AI becomes more integrated into our lives.
Okay, on a more positive note, let's talk about some news that might make lawyers happy. Thomson Reuters has integrated Anthropic's Claude AI into its legal and tax platforms, creating some powerful new tools for legal professionals.
So these AI-powered tools can do things like summarizing legal documents, answering complex legal questions, and citing sources, all with incredible speed and accuracy. It's like having a super-powered paralegal at your disposal.
That sounds pretty amazing. Could AI become the lawyer's best friend?
It's definitely possible. These tools can really streamline legal research and analysis, freeing up lawyers to focus on the more strategic and creative aspects of their work. But of course, there are ethical considerations as well.
Like ensuring data privacy and avoiding biases in the algorithms.
Exactly. We need to be careful about how we develop and deploy these tools.
Okay, and for our final story, let's take a look at what's happening at Meta. Mark Zuckerberg. Meta's CEO has warned his staff that it's going to be a tough year, calling for intense work and high performance from his employees.
It sounds like he's really feeling the pressure to stay ahead of the curve in AI and new technologies, especially with all the competition and the increasing scrutiny from regulators.
And he's also cracking down on leaks, threatening to fire employees who share internal information. It sounds like things are pretty tense at Meta right now.
It's a reminder that even the most successful tech companies are facing huge challenges in this rapidly evolving world. They're trying to innovate and grow while also dealing with internal pressures and external scrutiny. It's a tough balancing act. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of AI news from February 3rd, 2025.
We've covered everything from the future of physics to the ethical dilemmas of AI in the workplace, and it's clear that AI is no longer just a futuristic concept. It's a force that's shaping our world right now.
And it's only going to become more influential in the years to come.
That's for sure.
You know, it's wild to think about how diverse these AI stories are. We're talking about the fundamental laws of the universe, and then in the next breath, we're talking about the future of the music industry.
It really is a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
And the speed of these advancements is incredible. It feels like every day there's a new breakthrough.
Yeah, the pace of innovation is mind-boggling. Just a few years ago, the idea of an AI-powered Beatles song winning a Grammy would have been science fiction. And now it's reality.
It makes you wonder what's next. What other impossible things will AI make possible? And what new challenges will we have to face?
Those are the big questions, right? There's no doubt AI is here to stay. And it's going to keep transforming our world in ways we can't even imagine yet.
Speaking of AI transforming the world, let's go back to that story about Mark Zuckerberg and what he's saying about the year ahead for Meta. It sounds like he's preparing for some major changes.
Yeah, that story really stood out to me too. Zuckerberg's talking about intense work, high performance, a crazy year. You can tell he's feeling the heat to keep Meta at the forefront of AI and new technologies. And then you've got all the scrutiny from regulators and the public.
And don't forget the internal challenges, too. He's cracking down on leaks and talking about holding employees accountable.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a pretty intense environment over at Meta right now.
It goes to show that even the biggest tech companies are facing some serious challenges in this fast-changing landscape. They're trying to innovate and stay ahead of the curve while also dealing with pressure from all sides. It's a tough balancing act.
So February 3rd, 2025 was a wild ride for AI news breakthroughs in physics legal advancements. A Grammy win powered by AI warnings about job displacement, and a glimpse into the inner workings of one of the most powerful tech companies in the world.
It's almost too much to process in one day, and it's just a taste of what's happening in the world of AI.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to ask you, the listener, what stood out to you the most from all these stories?
What questions do you have about the future of AI? What are you curious about? We want to hear your thoughts.
And remember, even though AI is changing the world at an incredible pace, your own critical thinking skills are more important than ever.
It's up to all of us to engage with these advancements thoughtfully and make sure that AI is used for good and benefits all of humanity.
Well said.
Well,
So until next time, keep exploring and stay curious. It's amazing to think about all the unexpected places AI is popping up. Like, who would have guessed that AI would be involved in, figuring out the fate of the universe or helping us bring back music from a legendary band?
it really shows you how versatile AI is as a tool. You can apply it to just about any problem.
Yeah, and that's what makes this such an exciting time. I mean, we're literally seeing a new technological era being born right in front of us, an era that has the potential to change everything.
It's a time of incredible opportunity, but also, a lot of responsibility.
Right.
As AI gets more powerful and more common, we have to be careful to develop it ethically and thoughtfully.
Exactly. We have to make sure AI is used for good, that it helps everyone and doesn't just make existing inequalities worse.
Right. It's a challenge that requires people from all sorts of fields to work together. We need experts in technology ethics, law, social sciences. All of them need to come together to ensure AI aligns with our values.
Okay, well said.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought. We've talked about a lot today, from the future of physics to the ethical questions around AI in the workplace. And it's clear that AI isn't just some futuristic concept anymore. It's a force that's shaping our world today.
And what we've discussed is really just a tiny glimpse of what's happening in the world of AI. Right now, there are countless other developments happening, things we haven't even imagined yet.
Absolutely. That's what makes this such an exciting time to be following AI. It's a field that's constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible and making us rethink our relationship with technology.
So as we sign off today, I encourage you to stay curious, keep exploring, and get involved in the conversations that are shaping the future of AI.
Because ultimately, the future of AI is up to all of us. It's a future that we have the power to shape. And that's a responsibility we shouldn't take lightly. So until next time, keep diving deep and stay engaged.